Oh yeah. Hey.
This is not really. This is not set up for a remote operation very well.
Welcome, guys. Good way to start. Oh
yeah,
wow.
I don't even have a good mic I can plug in my computer for this, because it would look silly.
Oh, are you set up yet? Are you set up to record video?
I just started, yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, then here we go.
And it'll be recording from the webcam, my audio. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, welcome to Found Footage, guys. It's me and Matt, and we have a special guest, Dan Buckley, today.
Special guest
for a very special movie.
I'm saying hi, hello.
He's actually been on the show before.
He's waving right now too.
He's actually been on.
He's friend of the show.
He's been inside the ant farm before.
Exactly.
One time.
One time.
He's now tied with Tim for most appearances. That's right. Boom. Okay, so we're going to talk about Jurassic World because we all want to see it. This is actually requested by Dan Buckley. So, and we somehow made this sort of work, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
So could be told as that.
So Dan, what are you drinking over there?
I have nothing. I failed.
Oh, gross, man.
We are drinking Frank's Red Hot Bloody Mary flavored malt beverage, sweet chili with lime. This sounds amazingly bad.
That's all right. Good luck, guys. Godspeed.
Oh, I would call that heartburn, but it was pretty good.
That's gonna burn a little bit. I almost threw up my mouth.
It's like a Bloody Mary, but all the Red Hot.
Yeah, and like
none of the enjoyment.
But made with the worst hot sauce ever, Frank's Red Hot.
That's Frank's Red Hot, not a fan of the show, I guess. Oh, gross.
I'm Team Tabasco here. All the way.
Tabasco, they are sponsors of the show, I believe. Is that right?
No, they're not. They're our producer, Bella the cat.
So Jurassic World, guys.
So let's talk about it, guys. This is the long-awaited sequel to Jurassic Park 3 or 4 or 5. What do they know?
I don't think people are really waiting, but
this is the fourth one. When was the last one out? Was it
2002?
2004, I think it was.
Was it the last one?
Yeah.
I thought it was later than that. Dan Buckley to the internet.
Long enough to forget it.
I don't remember anything about that. Yeah.
I want to say it was 2004.
Although Jamie and I did go to see we went to see the new one, or the when they re-released the first one, like digital remastered it. So.
And how good was it?
It was in 3D.
It's classic.
3D.
It's classic. Yeah, it's classic. It's classic.
Yeah, it was last year or the year before, I think. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did you go see this one in 3D?
No, just regular D.
Just 1D? Just
1D.
Just a line. Just a line across the street.
I got something in my eye.
The TV was broken.
It's just audio.
So you can just hear the sound.
It was all Foley. It was like an audio drama. Creep clop, creep clop, creep clop. It's a dinosaur. Creep clop, creep clop, creep clop.
Oh, that's so awful.
It was interpreted for the deaf.
Tastes like someone put tomato juice in a Zima. That's what this thing tastes like.
Hi, Daniel.
Oh, Jamie says hi, by the way.
And drink.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so
let's talk about it.
Matt, you can do. Do you want me to do a synopsis? Or do you want to do it?
Do you want to do a synopsis? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
We'll try to keep this as spoiler-free as we can. There's some things we'll bring up because they're just hilarious.
So,
all right.
do you want to spoil it all?
There's nothing really to spoil.
It's like you know what's gonna happen.
A shot-for-shot remake of the original, guys. Just Chris Pratt is the Sam Weir part.
It's snakes on a plane, but instead of a plane, it's an island.
It's like the first one, but they took out Jeff Goldblum inexplicably.
I thought
the letter tree, my friend.
I thought he was gonna be in this for some reason. I don't know, like
because he'll do anything.
I was like, oh, maybe he'll come in halfway through. No, he didn't. Never show up.
Why would he go back to that island? That was the stupidest thing.
He's going back to Independence Day Island, so he'll be back in that movie.
That island is called Earth, Matt. You can't get away from it.
No, it's called Earth.
Okay. It was named Earth.
Earth.
That's racist.
There was never Earth. It was
exactly.
Earth.
Okay, so I'll go through the synopsis then, okay? So basically, these kids are getting sent off from a snowy, and also there's a Christmas theme at the beginning of this. And we know this because I just watched this again with Jamie.
Aw.
But there's a Christmas theme to this. It's a Christmas movie.
It's like Home Alone with dinosaurs.
So these awful parents are sending their kids off to the Death Island with the giant killer monsters.
Yeah.
To see their aunt who they haven't seen in 7 years and is obviously not a good person.
Can we agree though that the parents are garbage people?
That's why I mentioned it off the top.
I forgot they had parents. At the end.
The parents forgot they had parents.
Yeah. What were were they getting a divorce? I think.
Well, no, they mentioned like, oh, they were the little kid, little Gray, who's a little kid who's like, oh, they both have lawyers and they're divorce lawyers. I googled it. He was randomly emotional.
I hated that kid.
But also was on the spectrum. He's definitely on the spectrum. Let's agree he was on the spectrum. Like he's definitely. He had like some sort of Asperger's. Maybe he was just like highly functioning autistic, but he was on the spectrum. That kid made no sense.
Okay,
He's the other end than Rain Man.
Yes, I would agree with that.
We'll get back into it. Keep going with synopsis, because
Okay, so they get dropped off on the island.
We'll get back into that.
Basically, on the island, there's like something horrible going on, possibly with this like
Possibly.
This group, this military
Who
group.
knows?
And they're making a dinosaur that's never been seen before. What could go wrong, guys?
Jeez.
Everything goes wrong. So everything goes wrong. They're running for the dinosaurs. They gotta survive. That's really the synopsis. Everything else is just plot points.
It's just lots of
spoiler,
dinosaurs.
spoiler, you're saying something goes wrong?
In a Jurassic Park movie.
No, I thought it was all going to be, all cool.
The thing that went wrong was in the first minute where they made this park. Why are it's not going to work?
The best part is they made the park on top of the old park. Like, the old failed park is there.
Like, it's like an old graveyard.
That's not a spoiler. It's called Isla Nublar. Or it's the same island in the first one.
Islands are very expensive.
Yeah, that's true. But also the island just looks a lot bigger now. Like in this one, maybe because of CG. I don't know CGI.
Maybe because nobody cares about those details.
So basically these are my feelings about this movie. Okay. Everything they introduce in the movie has a point. And so they hit you on the head with it, like, oh, this guy can fly a helicopter.
No.
Hey, this dinosaur can swing its tail.
I only got 2 more lessons till I get my license.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing go wrong there, buddy.
So they beat you on the head with that kind
I
of
almost
stuff.
yelled out when the helicopter, like, oh, it's my second. I got 2 days left. I'm like, that's not a plot point.
Right. Honestly, they could have done better by just having like people with their scene partners being like, this is how you do a plot point, guys. Right here, watch. I'm a helicopter pilot. Like just like they're like giving an acting lesson to young kids, I think
That's kind of how I felt about it. It was like it seemed like it was just some kind of acting tutorial. Maybe like they had like an improv group or something.
Let's see. Dan Buckley's probably right here. He's gonna put his face right here in the box. So let's just look up. How are you looking at him?
Every time we talk to Dad,
Right?
he's floating in the air, just his head's floating.
That'd be cool if you could like just kind of CG yourself to look like Zordon from the Power Rangers.
Yeah. Or like the whole background is just your face talking.
I'll superimpose you guys over my video.
Just a little corner with us in it. You know what? I'd totally be down with that. Okay, so the characters are Claire, the Type A control freak. And,
Played by Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes, but
not Jessica
Chastain. You said you both played 5 or 6 times.
Which is
Owen Grady, who's Chris Pratt, of course, playing Star-Lord but without powers.
I want to know are Bryce Dallas Howard and Jessica Chastain? They're the new Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney. You don't know which one's which.
Matt,
And,
one's a lot older than the other.
Don't forget, people always hear Christina Hendrickson from Mad Men.
All the 3 interchangeable redheads.
So there's the kids. They're named Zach and Gray, and they're both idiots. But they're both.
Because Gray's a name somebody would name their kid.
They're both just really dumb. There's Mr. Mizrani, who's the guy that like basically took over the park from Hammond guy, whatever his first name is. From the guy from the first movie, the old Richard Attenborough's character.
Well, he already got taken over in the second one.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
in
Yes.
the beginning. But
Yeah, so
that
they brought it back,
doesn't-
and then there's Vincent D'Onofrio, man. He's a sneering security guy named Hoskins.
By the way, he still got that beefy kingpin body. Jeez.
He's old. He's gotta be
Beefy.
beefy. He's not working out anymore. He was beefy as Gordon. He
I
just wore
wish-
suits.
Like, I wish I was that beefy.
Gordon on
Beefy.
Criminal Intent, he was still beefy. You know, he hasn't been Edgar suit size in a while. You know? He was in Beefy and Full Metal Jacket. He's just a beefy guy. Come on.
Well, you know he's the
That's
bad
right,
bit. You know he's the bad guy because he has a short sleeve dress shirt on. I mean,
Well, you know, it's tough.
Well, also because he's played by Vincent D'Onofrio.
Well, you know.
I mean, that guy can't play good guys
He
anymore.
was in the second one. He was in the Lost World.
no, was he?
See, look, this is why we have you on the podcast. I didn't remember that.
What was it? Was it
Yeah.
what character did he play in the Lost World? I didn't know that.
Probably the same guy.
He's a photographer.
He was a photographer. Oh, yes,
No,
okay.
that was Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
He's like, shh.
That's pretty
He's
funny.
a photographer that when he saw the island, he had like these dreams of grandeur, and then he became like,
I'll be a contractor.
defense
Change my name to
contractor.
Hoskins. Oh,
wow, that is
boy.
like some kind of like they gotta weave that into
That's
some
a
kind of
weird-
fan conspiracy.
That's a weird deep cut.
Wow.
Okay, some things this movie did good. Dino attractions. They did a good job making it look like a living park. Like
Oh, yeah.
Here's an attraction. You know, here's the promenade. You know, and they did a lot of fun stuff with that. The CG was great too, and the 3D was probably the best, the most well used CG I've seen in a movie.
Oh, the dinosaurs look great.
Yeah, it's definitely if you want to go back and see it 3G or 3D,
3D?
I recommend it.
I like 4G better, so my phone runs.
That would hit the floor. Don't worry. Okay, so what did you think? What did you like about the movie, Dan?
The dinosaurs.
That was
That is it.
so by the
Uh,
dinosaurs you mean Chris Pratt because he's dreaming.
Chris Pratt was good, and it was just all set up for more and more dinosaurs and people meeting their untimely end, and it delivered.
And that's what you go to see the movie for. You're not going to see it like, oh, will he hug a dinosaur at the end? Who gives a crap?
I love the dinosaurs. I did not like that it was like, hey, there's meat eaters. Hey, well, there's a planet or whatever. Get off it. He's running by you in a scene. Meat eaters. They're killing everyone. There's a plant guy. Get out of here. No.
Plant guys don't kill people.
It was silly, but it was kind of it enjoyed its silliness.
I agree.
It was silly on purpose.
I think
It wasn't like the Room level bad.
No, it was not
nothing,
the Room.
Nothing will ever be that good or bad, except for Hercules in New York.
Hercules in New York's
Hi,
pretty bad.
Raptors, how are you? It was kind of self-aware that it was going to be bad.
That's actually what I noticed. I actually noticed that too. It was a lot of almost tongue in cheek,
Yeah.
and I think it was on purpose, tongue in cheek. I really thought the biggest issue for me was that everyone was a trope. And
Yeah,
I
no,
knew
it's
that
definitely tropey. Very tropey.
it was like trope city. Like this guy's the hero,
I'm the action hunk. I'm laid back though. Boo.
and like one kid's the kid who doesn't care, and the other kid's like,
I'm a real nerd, but I'm also a geek and I'm scared of everything.
it's like oh.
And I'm the mustache twirly bad guy.
At the one point, Gray, the little kid, he is looking at the DNA strands. He goes,
Thymine, Jeezy.
he says like those
Those are the four things that make DNA.
I'm like, what? First of all, why was that board there?
See,
and
so
second of all,
that board was there so they could show Mr. DNA from the first one.
Yes, I got happy. I was very happy.
I did the same thing. Go see Mr. DNA.
but I was like, I don't why. And then it like you thought that play off in him being smarter about something, but it didn't really.
No,
No,
it translated to nothing. Like
he was not
really
smart. He was just like getting almost eaten every time.
Yeah, and like he was like, oh well, if because we found this dinosaur, it means we can go in this cave or something. Like it wasn't.
Or hey, if we do this, then we'll get out because I'm smart science. You know, he didn't do that.
Well, and I think they were trying to make him the girl part from the first one, maybe, because they really were trying to do some kind of analog-y things, but make them their own, I think. But it was just like she's
But it all
uptight.
failed.
He's a laid-back hero
they
guy.
failed.
In glorious ways.
But I think that's what made this movie ultimately good is that it hit all the tropey beats it hit were glorious. Like it's very summer movie-ish, and once you got into it,
You
it
don't
kind of
think.
hooked you and like kind of pulled you
You
along.
definitely didn't have to think. That's for sure.
It hooked you like an Indominus Rex hooking you and just ripped you apart.
But why can't dinosaurs have feathers? We know they had feathers now. Just put feathers on them. It's okay.
That they're
We're not
genetically
scared.
engineered that way.
We're not scared.
Yes, these aren't real. These are genetically engineered. You're correct.
Oh,
Even
okay.
D.D. Wong explained it, that
D.D.
every
Wong, yes.
dinosaur there, they put in DNA, they're all incomplete from other animals.
Yeah, and he brought that up because they were talking about it.
And is that why the Indominus Rex can speak raptor? Because that makes a whole lot of sense. That drove me nuts.
Well, if you made a dog and you were made a part human, he could speak English. Everyone knows that. That's how it works.
That's the way genetics work.
Whoa, that's it.
I think I learned
Hey
that
guys,
from South Park.
which one of us is a scientist here? Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm technically a scientist.
Homo sapien.
I would agree in physics, but it's not. It's
The
not biology.
Indominus sapien is next, okay? That's all I'm saying.
That's what they should. They should make. He's part human or something.
That's what I thought they were going to say, actually.
It's just like a dude.
Because he was super smart. Like, he wasn't just like, I'm a dinosaur smart.
He was a dude with claws. He's
It's like, how did T-Rex beat you smart? Like, it didn't make any sense.
well, he's tired. You know, he had to fight all those other things.
He had to slam his head into everything. Like, everything. Dude, nothing can get their head slammed into that many bricks, okay?
He also was shot at one time with a missile and also with a 50 caliber gun, which you can put down like a Humvee with.
And he was...
Like,
Yeah,
what is the skin made
Why
out
are they
of?
still using bullets?
Yeah,
I still don't understand that. Didn't they learn like years ago?
What the-
Bullets
okay,
are
no, but-
shoot him with regular bullets!
but this whole thing is actually Miss Ronhi's fault because he's like, no, just stun weapons on the thing. And like, no, but he's an asset. He's a $26 million. Like, he's a murder machine. He's all teeth and claws.
And
he
smart.
can camouflage.
And camouflage, and he's smart. And
He's a
he's...
legitimate monster.
And he has regular arms instead of T-Rex arms.
Yeah,
He-
exactly.
you're
So
screwed.
win.
You're screwed.
He has regular arms. He can climb
And
things.
he was pretty dexterous. He was like picking up stuff while he was walking by. He ate the one dude and he picked him up. I was like, you guys are dead.
Cool.
Yeah, I like how the one Asian dude. He's like, I'm the leader of things, and then he knew the dinosaur was there, so he just stood there and he got eaten. And I'm like, come on, that happens every Jurassic Park movie, and I was.
But first you have to dramatically look up.
Yeah, no, just slightly.
Because of course he's right above
You
you.
get like a blood drip or a water drip on you or something, and you're like, huh?
I'm surprised he didn't have the glass with the water drop, but...
Yeah, people just need to learn how to run faster. Just run.
Well, it was super, like, most of the time it was, like, super luck that they were even alive at any point in time. There's no, like, skill in anything.
Yeah, and by the way, like, they should have just... Also another good thing about... Like, if they were going to do the whole, acting school kind of thing where they're teaching the young actors things, my first theory, they should have also made just everyone to wear red shirts that was going to die. Because it would have been easier.
Because you pretty much assumed everyone that died... Like, there was nobody that... You were surprised they died, I want to say? Like, think about it.
I was surprised someone didn't die. They didn't kill the black guy. I was like,
Oh,
I feel like maybe like someone from the NAACP was like, please don't. This
Or
time.
NCAA, even that too.
Please don't this time. Yeah, it was Kobe Bryant's like, please don't this time. I'm on the DL. Yeah, it was pretty special. See, and you said you thought you were gonna like it. You
Oh, it's
shut it down.
awful. I dug it down because it was so bad. Oh,
Okay, do we have any other thoughts on this?
I do.
Okay.
Why did this love story happen? It was the most contrite, just poorly shaped love story. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. Go.
They made us believe there was, but there wasn't.
Yeah, it was like,
It
why?
was like mixing baking soda with more baking soda.
Yeah.
No chemistry.
Yeah, it's like he's like sitting out, and she comes to his house. And she knows her house, and she just goes there. She's like, "Hey, we need you now." And he's like, "Hey, we used to like maybe go out or something." She's like, "Whatever." I'm like,
Hey, they kissed once, okay, in the movie.
They went out once before.
Yeah, they went out, and it was like a
Yeah.
total dud or something.
And then everyone kept assuming they were
Didn't work
boyfriend
out.
and girlfriend, and I was like,
By the way, he still lives in a trailer, and she's still super rich. Although she might be disgraced now. Maybe she has to live in a trailer, but
I bet he makes a good amount of money, though. He's
living in a trailer, though.
Yeah, but he's on site. Come on, man.
Also, driving a motorcycle through the forest would never work in the history of the world.
Yeah, there's no way that would work.
Like, he takes the motorcycle out, I'm like, okay, no, he's going off-road with a motorcycle. No.
And he's keeping up with the Raptors who are jumping over, like, down trees and things. He just, like,
I'm like, I rode my bike once through a gorge, and it was the worst thing I've ever done. He's on a motorized vehicle that's on two wheels with no helmet on.
he's too dreamy to have a helmet.
He's
Come on,
dead.
man.
He's dead.
He's
too
got a
dreamy.
vest.
He could have got like a skull cap or something. Come on, man.
He doesn't even have a leather vest. Though.
Yeah.
He has a perfect coif, guys. Why would you wear a helmet or a vest over that beefy manly
I
body?
really wanted him to become the Star-Lord in the middle, and that would have been better for me, I think.
Also,
There was one- there was a point when he like walked in and people were like, "Who is this guy?" I yelled out, "He's Star Wars!" My friend loved that. He laughed. He said that was the best part.
There's also he was carrying that. He's carrying like that. He's carrying that bull rifle that I feel like that was just for his action figure.
No, that thing was cool looking.
He fired it twice, and he fired it at that monster. And I'm like, they shot a rocket at that thing. What are you shooting? It's like throwing wads of toilet paper at him. Like, what are you doing?
It's like, is that a tickle gun? What are you?
What comes out of that that's gonna hurt that thing? It's like his disapproving mother and father come out of it or something. What comes out of that gun? I don't get it. But he had it the whole movie. Like, who else are you shooting with? He didn't even fire it at those flying things. He used a different gun in that scene. I was like, what is that gun for? I wanted him to be like, oh, and here's where I use this gun, badass, boom, but nothing.
And maybe it's got a name or something. I don't. They don't think like that.
Yeah, but then they'll be like, oh, I dropped this pencil, and then someone trips over the pencel like 5 scenes later. You're like,
yeah, and
okay,
they pan in on the pencil, like, and they go away from it, and they pan back in on the pencil when he's running towards it. Oh. I could have wrote this screenplay pretty well.
I would have loved to write the screenplay. That would be fun.
Hey, let's write the next Jurassic World screenplay, guys, because there's going to be 3 more of these at least.
Oh, okay, and one last thing. Did you have anything else you want to say, Dan?
I was speechless at the end. The group I went to see it with, we all liked it. But of course, a couple people were like, that was terrible, the worst we've ever seen. But we're all talking still.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was deceptively awesome.
No,
it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. I agree with that. It was not a good movie. It was entertaining, though.
It was like a ride.
What was up with the scene where they were just
it was an adventure.
Adventure. What was up with the scene where they're just hanging out with that dead brontosaurus? The dying brontosaurus, and like Chris Pratt's like petting its head, and then she comes over and is like, oh, the dying brontosaurus, and I'm like, what?
And he can also talk to all dinosaurs, not just the raptors.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's okay, girl, just die now. And she's like, yeah, buddy.
Genetic engineering.
That's why she fell in love with him right there.
So maybe they all have part of Chris Pratt's DNA inside of them, and then...
Oh my god. Yeah, because he loves those dinosaurs.
He's like, it's alright, baby, I know you're my little daughter.
Well, I went a different way. I thought you meant he was having sex with dinosaurs and leaving traces of his DNA in them.
That too.
Oh boy.
So I want to talk. The last thing I want to say is the last line of this movie that just made me go. Aah! Where she goes, what are we supposed to do now?
Oh.
And he goes, I can't even.
Why are you gonna say this?
Okay, we should probably stick together for survival.
Oh, like just in case you're like, oh, I forgot how cheesy this movie was. Then that happened.
I felt like I was like the whole movie. I felt like I was Chris Pratt on a motorcycle, and then I felt like right at the end of the movie, someone just punched me across the face. I was like, "Why? Just end the movie! Don't do that!"
You should have winked at the camera. Like fourth wall broken.
Well, I think that's why they did the scene with the T-Rex right after that growling. So you're like, "Forget about what he said," was what T-Rex said.
Oh, T-Rex runs the island, I guess.
That was the worst thing I've ever heard Chris Pratt say. Honestly.
He still got
Full
paid.
stop.
He got paid.
Ding. I think James said the same thing actually. Okay, so what? Let's rate this movie, guys.
Okay, Dan, do you know any of our ratings?
Probably we should have talked about this.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
So here's our rating system, guys. I have it written down.
Okay, I do.
So we it's kind of like a 6-point rating scale.
Because we're cool like that.
It's
We're not
like
traditional.
0 to 5.
Not traditional. Yeah, 0. 1 0.
0 to 5.
Yeah.
So I'll go from the top. The top one is badass movie. That's the best score you can get. Then we have must see. That's like a 5. You know, the like it. That's a 4. Mediocre at best. That's a 3. 4 thumbs down.
It'll be 6 thumbs down in this case.
That's a pretty bad movie. And then the last one, which we gave to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think, was Hot Bag of Garbage.
I gave it. It's a low hot bag of garbage.
Hot bag of garbage.
You could go negative.
On that scale, what might you give it?
I'm going to definitely must see. It was awesome. It was just awe-inspiring, full of awe. I was like, wow. Now that doesn't mean good when you're full of awe, like wow, oh, wow.
Like, oh, somebody's like, oh, that was bad.
Like, oh, wow, but awesome. So you must see.
Okay, how about you,
No,
Matt?
no thumbs up because that's copyrighted.
See, that's why I said 4 thumbs down. That's why, because that's
4
like
thumbs down.
I can't say it, but they can't copyright my thumb.
I like it.
I'm legally not allowed to say what I'm doing on camera.
That's okay. We can't see it anyway.
So
Exactly.
yeah, there's a lot of this movie that I liked. The CGI was top notch. It was so good. It was beautiful. The acting for what it was worth was good. Like for the part that they were given, they acted the crap out of. Chris Pratt acted the crap out of that part. Like
The parts they were given were hot garbage. But
yeah, exactly. The script was so bad, but they really acted the crap out of it.
They were selling it.
Yeah, like even Bryce Dallas Howard.
Said, they were selling it.
Yeah, like
Every-
even
every-
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Even fake Keira Knightley there was doing great.
Like, who? I've seen that girl on something. I'm trying to think who she was. I was like, yeah, she does look a lot like Keira Knightley.
Babysitter lady, whatever her name, the assistant to Bryce Dallas Howard.
There's just a lot of characters. Like, it's a trope. She's a trope. You know, she's like, oh, I'm the assistant that has to do this, so I'm following you around. Like, oh. And the kids that get away, like Home Alone.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So I'm gonna say, if it wasn't for the script, this might even be a badass movie without the script. If it was just like a good script, or even without the script, just like dinosaurs murdering people. Like if it was, I'd watch 2 hours of dinosaurs murdering people.
I think you just watch anybody murdering anyone. Really.
That's true. You're right.
It's not-
I'm a sociopath. But like it. I'm gonna give us a high like it.
Really?
Yeah. And that's only because the script and it's the pacing in the beginning was slow because they were trying to like push you back into the world, but they were doing it really slow.
Introduce you
But
again.
they were pushing like me too slow because of
It's
all
been 25 years since the last one came out.
but it's because
Or
of
the
all the
first one came
tropes. Because the tropes were killing me in the beginning. Like
I knew.
that really was almost. I almost fell asleep at the beginning of the movie. I don't know if you noticed that. I was bobbing a
didn't
little bit.
I did not notice.
You damn definitely didn't notice.
Well, actually, we're gonna put you into. We're gonna superimpose your head into us watching the movie. So you're gonna saw it with us.
Because
Okay.
we filmed the whole thing bootleg.
Yeah, we filmed it the wrong way. We just filmed ourselves.
we just filmed ourselves reacting
Which
to the
way is the
movie.
camera supposed to go?
I definitely give it a high like it though. It was almost must see, but
Really?
the plot hurt a little bit. It was
See, the first time I saw this, I thought badass movie. I was like, this.
Really?
It gave
Okay.
me the feels,
Okay.
like and the cockles and the sub-cockles of my heart were just boiling with excitement. I felt, and of course,
That's gonna hurt.
Chris Pratt's the new Chris Hemsworth for me. I'm just like
he is.
man crushes off the charts. With
He
this
could do
guy.
nothing wrong for me.
Including this movie, and even that line, I was still like, I still love you though, dude. Like it's like what, like you know when someone you love just like does something really heinous, and you're like, you know what, I still love you.
That's
though.
why I wish he would have winked to the camera because I'd be like, oh,
Oh,
Chris
it's Pratt.
Pratt.
He's so silly. Please love me. What? So after seeing it the second time, though, like all those little. You could see the seams. Like I told you when you came in before the cameras rolling. You can see the seams. You can just see like the screenwriting 101 stuff, and just like who
badly
wrote
written.
that dialogue?
Bad. Like it was like something
terrible.
you find from The Room or the 80s. Like why?
Well, it was funny
somebody
because
wrote this.
I noticed the first time you don't really notice because the score is so epic as well.
Yeah, it's great.
And so like they're playing this epic score of these flat lines, and you're just like, whatever, jaunty score, keep me going. Like honestly, scores are still a huge thing in movies,
and
and I'm glad
sweeping
this one has
cinematics
a
of
great
like this
one.
beautiful island too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna give it a must see. I still think and there's a reason this broke the record for Avengers: Age of Ultron. It's now the highest grossing movie.
Because they marketed the crap out of it.
Yes, and because it
But
was
also,
worth
yeah,
seeing.
no,
It
I
was fun
agree.
to see.
I agree.
It's
So-
a crowd pleaser.
It was a crowd pleaser. Even it wasn't necessarily a thinking movie. It's not going to win an Oscar except for maybe cinematography, but it was definitely there.
Except I'm gonna vote for Chris Pratt for Best Actor.
And for sexiest abs.
That's
MTV Awards Best Kiss? No, they won't get that. That
Most,
kiss
most
was-
contrived love story.
that kiss was like, we have to do this.
This is in the script. Let's do this.
Gratuitous.
It's on page 67. Let's kiss really quick.
Maybe Anna Faris was on set or something. I don't know. And Ron Howard. Only I get to kiss her like that. Ugh.
Ew.
Creepy. Okay, guys, this was good.
Wait, I wonder if Clint Howard has any daughters. Now you never know.
You never know.
Hey Dan, thanks for coming.
It's all about genetics and DNA. Good. Mr. DNA.
Hey, those are the strands that make up DNA. See, that's when his brother should. That's like his brother should have punched him.
Like, you're a dork.
Shut up.
Yeah, but
Also, the kid cockblocks him in every turn.
That brother was kind of a pervert.
I get it. We set up that he had a girlfriend and all that, but come on, man.
But then the brother was like trying to get with every girl on the island, man. Every girl.
But he obviously didn't like that first girlfriend either. Like, he was just like, whatever.
I forgot he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, well,
She goes, I love it. He goes, I know, dude.
No, he doesn't even say I know. He's just like, I'll see you next week. Like, it's a lame ass line. It was like, I know it would have been funny at least.
I'm sure he went home and kissed her because now their love is much stronger.
Yeah, we don't need the beginning of the movie at all.
Or he's just dating a girl that looks like an Indominus Rex. Yeah. He's like, I can only date girls with big snaggle teeth now. Okay, guys, this was good. Let's end this now, though, before it gets worse.
End this.
You know what? Thank you for stopping by, Daniel Buckley.
It's been, it's been something. I don't know what it's been. But it's been.
And now, like I said, you're tied for most appearances now.
It was going to be, it was, and now it's been.
If you don't
There
have a
you go.
picture to put up, can you please put Max Headroom up and then just like talk yourself
Just
over
like an
it?
animated gif of Max
Oh.
Headroom.
I actually have Max Headroom DVD right here.
There you go.
Boom. Boom.
Oh.
We love you, buddy. It was good talking to you anyway. Finn.
Dang.
Say foom. Say foom.
Boo.
Yeah. Stay classy.